Welcome everyone, this is Division 2 East, round 13. We're here in Bonn where the weather has a surprise for us again. It is wet. It's Inters. Quali has just begun, it's been 30 seconds, and everyone's going out on the intermediate tires. The current situation on the championship is that Quattros has won the Drivers' Championship. He won it last round in New Jersey. The Constructors is still on between Swift GP Junior Academy and Orleo Contagious Racing, only separated by 42 points with 2 rounds to go. The fight for P2 is also on between quite a few drivers. There are 7 drivers within 17 points for second place. It is going to be very close towards the end of the season. Yesterday in the rain, we saw quite a few mistakes made by the drivers in track. Today it's looking a little bit wetter than yesterday. Yesterday drivers going on the dries, even despite the track being damp, they were the better tire at the end. Now drivers are going to have to go onto the inters, and that means less grip for everyone, more mistakes for us. Everyone starts the lap now. It's gonna be crucial to set a good lap. In the wet conditions, it's gonna be hard to set a quick lap. Therefore, you need a benchmark to improve on. You cannot risk qualifying in a bad position here. It's gonna be tough to overtake in the rain and the dirty air. Yesterday, Bob failed to qualify well after making mistakes on basically all his laps and getting caught by the rain. That cost him to qualify in P14, despite that he got lucky with a red flag and won the race, but none of the drivers would want to bet on a red flag to win the race. If you have the pace, you can also get pole, get those 3 extra points. It's gonna help you in the championship as well. Brody James gets the purple first sector. Brody James, who currently is at P7 in the championship. He had a pretty good start of the season, challenging Quattros for the first position in the championship. Now he has fallen back to 7th after some mediocre results, but he seems to be going faster now. Got the purple first, purple second goes to David. David, who finishes third, as people are starting to set their laps at 137.2 by Gamer Pro. Bob closely behind, and Constinct. Rip David takes pole position from all of them. Brody James coming with that purple first sector. Can he do it? Goes up to P5, not the lap he was looking for. Now let's see, can anyone answer Rip David's lap? He is 5 times ahead of the competition. Competition being basically the Division 2 West top of the field from yesterday, so not much has changed. So we know David was the fastest man on track yesterday. He got unlucky with a red flag and some lag, and that cost him the victory. Can he redeem himself today? He is looking for pole once again. Hamza Legend, who was the one to challenge him yesterday for the pole, is not here, but Bob does the same. He beats David by 0.2 of a second. Tora Pro is now in the purple first sector. Hasn't set a lap yet. Would truly want to set a good one now. He has the opportunity. A good start to the lap here means a lot. It's not easy to get past these first few corners. Quattros, the championship leader, has not set a lap yet. He is currently in the second sector. Wolf Rumble set his lap 2 seconds behind the top. Quattro is now going into the last sector. This is going to be his first lap of the session. He has made some mistakes, but nothing too major from what I've seen. Where is this going to put him? Glitchy Glow completes a lap 4 seconds behind the top. P10 for him. Quattro's coming into the last straight. And he goes P4, 8 tenths from the top. Not the most competitive lap time, but it will do for now. Chora Pro, despite that purple first sector, cannot get past Constinct. He is down in P6. Drivers are going to get 1 to 2 laps more. Can anyone improve on the top? Gamer Pro does exactly that with a purple last sector. Goes up to P2, 1.5 tenths from Iron Bob. David down to third. And then a 6/10 gap between third and fourth. Everyone now on their outlaps. They're looking for that final lap of the session. Only 12 drivers have set a lap, 13 now, as NXX crosses the line 14 seconds behind the top times. He surely has made some mistakes in that lap. Lepre has not set a lap yet. This is going to be his final opportunity to not start from last. He struggled a little bit yesterday, having the pace but not the consistency to bring home some good points, finishing in P10, I believe. He is going to have the chance to improve, but Lepre is not in track right now. So that is maybe meaning that his qualifying is over. Rip David with a green first sector. Purple second sector. He's looking like he's going to challenge pole position. Very neat lines through these final corners. Approaches the last turn of the circuit. Goes wide and gets a good exit. Is it going to be enough? Constinct jumps up to P4 ahead of Quattros, and David, he's got pole by 2.5 tenths of a second. A good lap from David in the clutch. His final lap of the session. He's got to be happy with that. Iron Bob is waiting to start his lap. He wants to challenge David for pole position. Let's see, can the drivers behind improve? Chobra Pro has a green second sector. Can he improve up to P5? Gaps are close. Small improvement could get him a place. Amogus Sassy Imposter is also looking to improve with a green first sector. Chora Pro improves to P5, Quattros down to P6. As qualifying is over, drivers on their last laps. Gamer Pro with a purple second sector goes around the final corner. And he's done it by
shit.
0.5 of a second.
What
What
a
a lap.
lap.
That was out of nowhere. Well done. Chirapura abandons his lap. Yoto crossing the line. Not improving. Wolf Rambo, the only car remaining on a lap. Gamer Pro yesterday did have the initial pace on the wet conditions, and the first stint he was leading the race before making some questionable strategy choices. He looks like he is the fastest here again, as the weather has gotten worse, I believe. Now the bars are 3 out of 4.
Yeah, 3 out of 4 is on the verge of wet, so we will
Yeah,
see
Gamer
what
Pro is on
tires.
wets. Everyone's going on wets. Full wets.
Yoto, oh, Inter? He's gambling.
It's,
Never mind, last second he
he
chose for wet.
switches everyone on wets now. As 5 red lights. And we're off for the second last round of the season. Gamer Pro starting from pole position, keeping everyone behind. The spray here it's soaked. The track is soaked now. The spray is going to be detrimental for the drivers. That's going to hurt their pace a lot. David already going a little bit wide. As Lepre did not even start the race today. Unfortunate. I thought he was looking to improve from his last performance here yesterday.
I didn't think he was racing today anyways. He was just officiating.
Well, he's left anyhow. And Gamer Pro has opened a 1 second gap, 2 seconds.
The drives behind definitely feeling dirty air, which already bad in the dries. So in the rain, expecting will be worse.
Yeah,
But
exponentially worse. David makes a mistake. He's now... No, that was...
he's lagging
What's
so hard,
happening
but
to David?
on the
He's
screen
now...
he's ahead. He's side by side with Gamer
His
Pro, but
splits,
the timing shows he's far behind.
the splits are jittering right now. Let's see if his connection is stable. That might lead to a DNF. The heavy rain does cause a little bit of lag. And we saw yesterday many drivers disconnecting before a red flag was arose. So maybe we get another red flag today if the lag is too much. That's what happened to Gamer Pro. He's now behind David. He's made a mistake somewhere.
I think the lagging of David kind of helped him because then you
As,
would have no interference of Gamer Pro ahead of him. Acting like it would be clean air.
as what happened to Glitzy Glow, he has dropped down 18 seconds behind the lead in one single lap. He was close. I saw the split. He made a massive mistake somewhere.
But they're saying
That
same
has
battle for
cost him.
first. Gamer Pro and David side by side. They're dropping the field already 2 seconds.
Yeah, they're dropping the field quite fast. 2 seconds in 1.5 laps. Gamer Pro with 2 purple sexes. He is beating David to the punch. This is a massive fight for P3 between 3 drivers. I am Bob Quattros and Constinct all fighting for the last podium position. Gamer Pro with 3 purples. 1:38.9, very impressive lap.
Look at the timings, he's faster than everybody by more than a second.
Yeah, this is what rain means. This is much more loose at this point. Not easy to practice these conditions. Not fun to do either. So I'm not sure the drivers have practiced in the wet. Now it's showing for Gamer Pro.
Yeah, I saw him practice a bit in the wet, so this has helped him massively.
Yeah, 2 seconds in a lap. I remind you,
David,
David was ahead at this point of the track 1 lap ago.
now he has fallen back 2 seconds back to the group, and now it will be a fight. 4 drivers for P2.
Goes purple again in the second sector. He's just not stopping. He's trying to
He's,
improve,
lo-
pushing
he's
at
loving
every
these
corner.
conditions. Although he has made a mistake, David gained 5 tenths on he hits the
But
wall again.
hits another wall, yeah. Still leading comfortably, gaining a second in the last lap.
Even after all those mistakes, he's still the fastest on the track.
Yeah, it's not even close. I am Bob, the one closest to him, losing 3 tenths that last lap, and Gamer Pro made a mistake. Three minutes, the weather will update again. Maybe it gets dry. It can't get wetter than this. Fully soaked. So maybe it gets better for the rest of the drivers. As David has stabilized, he's not losing too much time anymore.
And quarters
Two
and
greens
competition
versus...
have dropped back a lot from Bob and David.
Yeah, it's close now again. Ironbob is not far behind from David. David has to watch out for the threat of Ironbob. As Gamer Pro makes a mistake, loses half a second. David now finally gaining some time in that last lap. Quattros with a purple last sector, closing the gap to the cars ahead. David now is within a second again. Gamer Pro seems to be more ready for these conditions when they first come. He does get the initial pace advantage, but David seems to have better raw pace once he gets used to it. Happened yesterday as well. Gamer Pro was leading the first stint with David behind, but then David just had way better pace at the second stretch of the race.
And the first person is already getting lapped. Oh, never mind, he lagged so hard. He went from sector 3 to sector 1.
Yeah, he's experiencing some lag. Conditions are not helping him. But he can still hope for some points. He's running in P13. So it's looking like he could get lucky with a single DNF. He's going to score points today.
Well, I think GamePro made a mistake. David gained 5 tenths on him in the third one.
Oh, what happened? Someone crashed. I wasn't paying attention. Glitchy Glow crashes again, loses so much time. He is struggling in these conditions.
The weather has changed, but I don't see any visible difference.
It will take a moment, so we wouldn't see it just yet. But now a minute has gone by and nothing has changed. Maybe it's going to be soaked for another 10 minutes. That helps David now. He's gotten used to it.
Yeah, the top three has definitely dropped the field.
Yeah, Quattros used.
And considering they were both fighting with Bob 3 laps ago, they're both more than 6 seconds away. So
Yeah, they made some mistakes, I believe. Consting's last lap was a 144.0. Gamer Pro's was a 139, losing 4 seconds in a single lap. Quattros didn't do much better, losing 2 seconds that last lap. So yeah, they're all losing time to the leaders. Yesterday it was a fight for the top 5, now it seems to be a fight for the top 3. Everyone else is getting gapped. As David overtakes Gamer Pro. Gamer Pro making a massive mistake, now he's down to P3. He's connected the chicane at the beginning of sector 2. Now losing 2 seconds, that's a very costly corner cut there. And it's cost him first, it's cost him second. Now he is the one to be chasing the leaders now.
he has done all the work at the front. Now he needs to get used to the dirty air. As consistent has
Yeah.
DNF. He was doing pretty well. He was running
Ooh.
in P5, so that's very unfortunate for him.
Yeah, maybe the internet couldn't handle it. Doesn't make sense why he would do this on his own. He was running a good race so far. But now Gamer Pro, I am quite curious if he's going to have the pace he used to. 38 is going to sag him a little bit. That means he's going to start losing some time, I believe, to the leaders. Maybe drops down a second or two. Now Iron Bob is right behind David and Gamer Pro losing time, a second behind Iron Bob.
And GamePro should be looking for a possible undercut in the next 5 laps-ish.
Yeah, now the question is it a one-stop or a two-stop? In this race, doesn't look like a one-stop is possible, but then is it a two-stop or a three-stop? It's a diverse strategy. No one recently, I don't remember a wet race in Bone like this. We don't know the strategy yet. How many pit stops are they going to make?
If it stays soaked like this, usually the wets around have just over 2 wear per lap at the front. So one stop should be possible. Looking at their timings, they're only doing a second slower than their personal bests.
Yeah, that is true, but the weather might change as well, so they have to watch out. If suddenly it's intermediates time, they're going to pay the price for staying out too long.
But if they stay out too long and it does not change, the people who have pitted way earlier would have advantage, so it will be a gamble nonetheless. Oh, who's stuck
It
in
is a
turn one?
gamble.
Oh, 98765 NX is stuck in turn one.
He has been stuck. Yeah, I've seen him stuck quite a lot, but he seems to be recovering every time. And he's currently running for points. Constant and Glitchiglow now, DNFing. He will finish P11 if he manages to do so. I believe this is lag. He's not actually standing there. I saw him stuck in the middle of the track earlier in Sector 1 as well. He recovered. It's probably lag.
Yeah, hoping his Wi-Fi could come back again
Yeah,
so
if
he
he
can look
doesn't,
for
we
decent
we
points.
only have yeah, we only have 10 runners left if it doesn't succeed. As now, How Are You Gamer Pro is 1.5 seconds behind Iambob. They were neck and neck at the beginning of the lap. He's now
Oh,
lost some time somewhere. He's 3 seconds behind David. As
he
yes,
definitely
he
dieware
warped
city.
again. 98765 NX warped again. Now he's back on track, finishing his lap. Okay, he's back. Good for him. Oh, never mind. He was
Oh,
back. Now he's gone.
both Iron Bob and GamePro are making him have many mistakes, and David is running away.
Yeah, no one's there to challenge him. He's got the lead now. No dirty air, no nothing. No worries about battles. He just has the space in front of him to push, and he's doing exactly that. He's now fourth, is 16 seconds behind the leaders. That is on average 1.6 seconds per lap. This last 10 laps.
Oh, and 9-8 has unfortunately disconnected.
Yeah, one lap ago I mentioned it. Yes. Now Quattros and Brody James are fighting for P4. They're neck and neck. Iron Bob and Gamer Pro are falling behind. David in front. The only battle right now is for P4. And for P8 between Yoto and Chora Pro.
At the moment, David is loving the weather, and if
Yeah, at the beginning it was Gamer Pro, now it is David who's got the better of it.
David is almost 2 seconds faster than Bob and Gamer Pro, so looking very good for him.
Yeah, he's looking rapid. It is almost like a replay of yesterday's race. Hopefully he does end up winning this one. This is exactly what happened.
The weather change, there's a weather change in 1 minute, so maybe this could change strategies.
Maybe he will, but you gotta wait out and see if the rain gets better. You can't do anything before you see that. If they're going for a two-stop, they're going to box around lap 14.
Very interesting lines by Bob and Gamer Pro. They both smash into the same wall.
Interesting to say the least. Is costly as well. Yeah, they're smashing walls left and right. Gamer Pro hitting two walls in the same corner. Struggling, the tire wear has gotten the better of them. David not making a mistake for this past laps. And he's gone now, 4.5. As Iron
Bob
Bob
is in, Bob is
boxes.
in.
This car is a boat, he states. He's looking to change the tires. He can't do it anymore. Undercut. Does that mean Rip David is going to box this lap? Or is he going to go for a one-stop? He needs to extend a little bit if he wants the optimal strategy. Iron Bob boxes and comes out in P3, ahead of Quattros and Brody James. So he has clean air ahead of him. That's good. Quattros makes a mistake, gets re-overtaken by Brody James. These two have been battling it for around 5 laps, I believe, on the background. They're still side by side somehow. As Quattro makes a big mistake, hits the wall, Brody James goes wide, but he's still ahead. Now Iron Bob is gaining a lot of time on the leaders. Of course he's going to gain time, but if David boxes, he sees that he's losing time. He's going to cover Iron Bob.
And Maxim is also in. And he's stuck.
Gamer
He's
Pro
stuck
hits
on the
the
code.
pit exit entry. Oh my god, he's stuck. He needs to reverse. That's gonna be massive time loss for Gamer Pro.
He lost so much time.
That might be a time loss of around 6 to 8 seconds. That's gonna hurt. He probably has the top 3 in the bag. He is very far ahead of the other competition. But he's looking like an outsider now for the top 2.
Yeah, he lost over 10 seconds there.
Over 10 seconds. Yeah, he was 9 seconds behind when he was boxing. Together with David, now he's 16 seconds behind. Behind Amogus Sassy Imposter and Wolf Rambo, so even more dirty air for him. As Iron Bob goes purple first sector. But he's now losing time. He was 2 seconds back from David, now he's 2.6. Now is Iron Bob going to get the fastest lap? The weather is still soaked after almost half of the race. Maybe it goes soaked to the end. The weather does not seem to change in the upcoming laps, as David has made a mistake, or was it the splits? He has made a little bit of a mistake. Lost 1 second to Iron Bob. As his splits are messing with us again. His connection is having some trouble. Jura Pro boxes for the one stop. I'm quite curious to see how David and Iron Bob are gonna make it to the end, especially Iron Bob boxing on lap 12. That means he has 17 laps to go with the wets. Those same wets he called them a boat 12 laps in. How is he going to be after 17?
Maybe he's hoping for a late weather change to Inters.
Yeah, I don't see any other hope for him. I mean, David is not much better. He did box 1 lap later, so he's going to have to make 16 laps to the end. Luckily for these guys, they're far ahead of the competition, so they can afford to lose some time and still probably come out 1 and 2. But they can't lose too much.
And GamerPro gets back into the podium as he hits the wall.
He hits the wall, yeah. He's still ahead of Wolf Rambo though, so that means clean air for the next laps. It's unlikely he will catch up in pure pace. He needs to hope for a mistake, or multiple. Wolf Rambo and Amogus Assassin post a box for the final time this race. Potter's now running in a clear P4 as he corner cuts. That is commentator scarce right there. Brody James might close in behind him now. As Giotto has retired at some point in the race, that means 9 drivers remain. Giotto was running in that pack for P4. He's now out of the point. He's not gonna get any.
Bob Purple sector 2. Let's see if he can get the
Yeah,
fastest lap. He is getting faster every lap, closing the gap to David.
yeah, he has the worst tires theoretically, but he is pushing hard at the moment, and he is gaining some time.
And he gets it.
Yeah, gets the fastest lap of the race, beats Gamer Pro, who had the fastest lap since lap 2. Now he's
And Gamer Pro
1.3
hits the
behind
wall.
David.
He missed out on the fast lap by only 2/10, even though he hit the wall at the last corner.
Tough.
Quattros gets a fastest last sector, so many drivers are improving at the moment.
Yeah, Quattros was the hold of the last sector. Maybe he just has a feeling better than everyone else. He's just losing too much time in the first two sectors. Can't make it up in the third. Constantly getting that purple sector now. It's the third time I've seen him do it this race. It's now in 2 minutes. Is another weather change. Well, Ironbob, as it stands, would get second place in the championship. He has finished only 4 races, got a podium in 3 of them, and a victory in the first race of the season. That means he's going to jump up into second, above Amogus Imposter, who would jump into third. But he's looking for the victory here. Purple first sector, 8 tenths behind David. Gamer Pro has fumbled the bag a little bit in the second sector. He was 8 tenths back. Now that gap has doubled. He's 1.8 seconds behind. Third year has cost him there, I guess. She's not able to get alongside David.
Ooh, I think that red changes a bit too late. In 30 minutes, light rain, but the race will probably be over by then.
Yeah, will probably be over indeed, but doesn't mean the rain can't get lighter before then.
Gamer Pro fastest middle sector, but his first sector was very bad, so I don't think he will get the fastest lap.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
And Gamer Pro has lost a little bit of time in this last stint. Aside from pit stop aside, he lost about 8 seconds there. He's lost about 2 seconds driving wise, so he wouldn't be too far off if he didn't make that mistake. Within contention, probably.
I feel like also his pace, he has the pace, but he makes too many mistakes.
Yeah, too inconsistent. Especially on this track with such costly corner cuts it has. It's now David with 2 green sectors out of nowhere. He is pushing again. Simply Herring gets out the way of the leaders. He is now 1 lap down.
Oh, and Bob pitting. He thinking it's a 3-stop.
Yeah, I mean, David is not gonna easily go to the end here. That is true. He has all the tires, so David needs to cover him up again.
Let's
But
see, will
Ironbob might.
Gamer get ahead of him or not? Will be very
Yeah, he
close.
was 2.5 behind last time around. He gained around 2 seconds from the undercut. From 4.4 to 2.5. So they're gonna be side by side, I believe.
Yeah,
That
if
is
David
assuming.
pits.
Yeah, that is assuming David boxes and he gets a good pit stop as well. He probably will. I don't see him going to the end with these.
Because if you look at the lap times he's still doing 39s. While the fastest lap is barely in high 38. So
Yeah, but that's not going to keep for a long time. Like, these tires are like 6 laps old, I believe. Yes. And he has another 10 to go. And Ironbob now is on fresh wets. The smart thing is to not risk it, I believe, and just go for the box. He has the better pace after all. Just earn it on track. If he stays out, it's a risk. Let's see, does he dive into the pits? He does not.
he does not.
He's not
He
going to
thinks
box. And now Ironbob has to push like hell to catch up.
he only gained 1 second this lap. It might increase going into the laps, but at this rate, no, it will not be enough.
It will not be enough, but David's tires are gonna get worse, and that means your consistently also gets worse. And that's how you lose big time. If you make a mistake costing you 3 or 4 seconds, that's 4 laps gained for the opponent if he gains 1 second per lap.
I think if David stays out, definitely his tires from lap 24 to 25 onwards will degrade even faster than at the moment.
Yeah, Ironbob will be fine to the end. 10 lap old wets are not too bad. At least way better than 16 lap old wets. She's gained a second in the first half of the lap already. Aggressive strategy from Ironbob, I like it.
5 minutes till the next weather change and see
As the track
if
is
it's
now wet, it's not soaked anymore.
wet. It's not. Ooh, this could be very interesting because it might be at the next
That's why David.
weather change could be Inters.
Yeah, that's why David is doing 140 still. What tires are better now? The weather is better for lap times.
As usual, Bob
Let's see, what
at
time does
38.6. Yeah,
Ironbook
the
get? A
truck.
138.6. That's
Yeah, the truck is
1.4 seconds.
definitely improving a lot at the moment.
5 minutes, another weather change. Could that mean we go into winters? That's very unlikely. The icon still shows heavy rain.
Oh, some people are gambling.
They are gambling, but into what? Another wet
Wet.
for Quattros. Brody James overshoots and goes onto the wets again. So people not going for the dries for the inters just yet. As now Ironbob doesn't gain much time towards the leader. He's made a mistake somewhere. He's lost time this lap.
Hey yo, he said GG in the chat, knowing he won't catch up that much.
Yeah, he seems to be losing hope. I think it's a little too early for that, but it's definitely going to be tough. I'm not gonna argue with that. 1.5 seconds per lap would be enough though, and he did gain that the last lap, or rather the lap before now.
I only gained 4 tenths this lap. It's definitely not enough.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. David was the favorite anyway. I like the gamble Ironbob took, so we'll find out. Behind him,
2 minutes
Gamer
till the
Pro
next
is.
weather change.
I think the thing is behind him, Gamer Pro is 8 seconds behind. He's not really in any danger, and that means that Gamer Pro is also on the older tires. He's on the same strategy as David, so Ironbob is not really in danger here to lose second. Might as well push. He's gained a lot this lap.
Yeah, more than a second already.
He needs to bank on some mistakes by David, but these are possible, especially with the dying wets.
Oh, Dave's pitting. Dave's pitting.
David boxes?
Very interesting. I think
Into what?
he knows his
Because
tires
it's still wet.
wet. But the weather change
Wet.
1 minute. Imagine it goes to Inters.
That would be devastating.
Okay, but Bob is not that
And now
far ahead of
Ironbob
David.
is far ahead. He is 4 seconds ahead. He has
Only
4
two.
lap
Only
older
two.
tires. He's gonna have to defend, but defending here with a dirty air is not too difficult compared to other circuits. He's gonna have a chance.
Goes from the one hunting to being hunted. So 6 laps of pure qualifying pace needs to be extracted from David's car.
And from Ironbob as well. He lost hope earlier, now he's gained it all back, I believe. As he goes wide there, that's gonna be a big time loss. 1.7 the gap. He needs to stay calm, the nerves might be getting on top of him. He didn't expect to have a chance like this. He needs to take advantage. There's no Wolf Ramble has moved above Quattros for p4. Quattros was comfortably in that fight for p4. He was ahead of everyone at some point for that fight. Now he's dropped behind. Grid is very tight from 4th all the way down to 8th. Might be some interest there as well later on. Now David's purple first sector within a second of Ironbob. He's gonna get the fastest lap. The weather is drier than before. Now the weather has updated again. Does it get worse or better than this?
David fastest purple sector 1. One thing Bob. When I think Bob corner cut it or just looked like that.
Maybe. I'm not quite
You
sure.
see the dirty areas got to David because could not make that corner as quick as Bob.
It is a close fight. David has the advantage with the tires.
Interesting lines from Simply Heron that he's not on the track anymore.
He is not trying anymore. It's just having a tour of the circuit. Near the trees, near the buildings. Might as well. He's gonna finish 9th, most likely.
Gamer Pro's in. Taking it very, very safe.
Yeah, he doesn't want to repeat that same mistake again.
But he got a big gap to the rest of the field.
Simply Heron is going to retire near the oak trees and the buildings. Does not want to intervene with the race. Can secure 9th place.
Game Pro gets out ahead 11 seconds ahead. So I think he will try to get the fastest lap. He saw P3 is just the highest he will get today.
Because now Iron Bob is showing us what dirty air means in the wet here. Rip David, who cuts back up all those 3 seconds in a single lap, now can't overtake. He's been stuck behind Iron Bob for over a lap now. He can't do anything about it. Chora Pro, everyone's content with their placements. They are leaving. Now 7 drivers remain in the track. Roddy James and Amogus imposter fighting. And David and Iron Bob. The 2 battles ongoing. Quadras is also close to Wolf Ramble. Wolf Rambo, who I believe is on a 1-stop. The other drivers around him are on a 2-stop. Quattros and Brody James are on a 2-stop, so that means they're gonna have to overtake Wolf Rambo for 4th place.
And both of them are lapping a bit quicker than Wolf Rambo at the moment, and Quattros is right on his tail.
But that's exactly what happened to David, and he is not getting past Iron Bob. Neither is Quattros overtaking Wolf Rambo. He is very close now. But he's not getting past. I'm sure once he does get past, he's gonna pull a gap. But that's a big if. As we welcome Simply Heron. How was the race today?
The car was a little bit honest theory. I didn't like the experience, but I got a good couple points, so it doesn't really matter. We can take the fight to kill him. I think we can afford to take the fight. It's like only I think what 40 plus points, so we're good. And I just see Quattros making the mistake, and Wolf Rambo is gonna retake P4.
Yeah, these guys are just fighting to the death at this point. David
Gamer
still
Pro
can
2.
get past Wolf Rambo. Quattros is now 2 seconds back. He's fighting with Brody James, who's on the same strategy. All of them are gonna get good points, but nothing is decided yet.
Gamer Pro got 2 green sectors, so let's see, will he get the fastest lap?
Maybe he does. The track is a
think he
little
will.
drier, so
I
maybe
think
he
he has-
actually does. Rip David never got it back.
And he does. 0.4.
38-4.
Good lap time for him. At least he's gonna get that 1 extra point at the end of the day. Most likely, at least, someone behind him might try do the same thing. Amogus has imposed a good box right now and go for the fastest lap. No one's stopping him. There's no car behind.
Okay, so we have a very, very interesting battle for P4 here, between Wolf Rambo, Quattros, and Brody James. Amongst us, his sponsor, he's too far back to be in the fight for P4. So, as I think Wolf Rambo just hit the wall there, and that's gonna allow Quattros to take P4.
Rip David has made a mistake. He's now 3.5 seconds behind Iron Bob. Iron Bob looks like he's gonna get the win. He didn't expect this to happen. He still has to last for 2 laps. But he's have the upper hand right now. As Quattros gets past Wolf Rambo, Brody James about to get past Wolf Rambo as well.
I think David's keyboard gave out again, just like it happened in New Jersey, which cost him the title and gave and make Leopardi Division 2 West Champion of Season 10. As I think Fortress has made a very big advantage over Rambo. It's gonna hit the wall again, and that's gonna allow Brody to have a chance to take P5 on Wolf Rambo, and that's gonna cost Cotajan some points here. And especially
These wets.
Yeah.
These wets are 13 laps old. The drivers around them only have about half the wear. It makes sense. It was impressive how he managed to last into P4 for so long. But now his time has come and Quattros got him now. Brody James is next. He's right behind him. 2 laps to go. Maybe he can hold into 5th if he's lucky. As Quattros has made a mistake.
Quattros hit the wall. I think he was on his keyboard, and I think he's made a big mistake, and that's gonna cost Swift GP some points.
Wow, that's a big mistake, losing 2 positions like that. He has 2 laps to recover. They are fighting within each other. Brody James and Wolf Rambo are scrambling. Maybe that gives Quattros an opportunity to get back in the fight. But with 2 laps to go, it's gonna be hard. As David is now... David's now catching Iron Bob very rapidly into the last lap. The gap is 2 seconds. It's been halved since the last lap, so he's gained about 1.5 seconds in a single lap. And is now 1.9 behind Iron Bob into the white flag.
Iron Bob cannot have his guard down. One corner cut could be doorway of the win.
Oh, 1.6 is the gap now.
1.4 as Wolf Rambo has fallen away.
1.6 the gap now, 1.4.
Wolf Rambo has fallen away from the battle for P4. It's now between Brody James and Quattros.
Tell you what though, Quattros has actually gained back a lot of time considering that mistake he made at the chicane. And yeah, he could retake P4 again. But the most important part is the battle for P1, as Rip David is now almost under a second behind Iron Bob. Iron Bob he might crack under pressure here as we go almost at the end of sector 2. Can Bob hold on? He only has 1 sector left, and David is sniffing his gearbox right now.
It's very close. The dirty air does not phase him anymore. Rip David is sending it down the corners and he's gaining time. 3/10 into the last sector. He was nowhere 2 laps ago. He's gained it all back now. That heads Iron Bob's mentality right now that might lead him into being more nervous. He does not want to throw this. David is now within 2/10 of a second. What a battle.
Oh, what
He's gonna
a
get a better
line.
exit. Different
1/10
line, no
the gap
dirty
now.
air for
1/10.
David. 1/10 the gap
Oh my God.
into
Rip
the
David's
last
gonna take
corner.
it.
You
He
got it.
takes
You
the
got it.
lead.
Who's gonna
You got,
take it?
you got it.
Rip David's
You
gonna
did it.
take
Iron
the
Bob is
lead
ahead.
as he
Oh
gonna
my
go to the
days.
line. Side by side.
You did
They're
David gets it.
equal.
No,
It's
Bob does
equal.
it. Bob takes the win
Bob
by
secures
only
the win.
half a tenth. Oh my goodness, what
Wow.
a finish we
Oh
have
my
here in
God,
Division
what a
2
finish.
East.
How? How did that happen?
Incredible finish.
David out of nowhere, almost clutching the win. Behind them,
Oh, you Gamer
Gamer Pro
Pro.
gets P3, completes the podium. And
And the
behind
battle
them,
for
Brody
P4 is still
James
going
are
on.
battle side by side by Quattros into the last few corners. It's now neck and neck. Quattros gets a better line there. He's ahead. Quattros gonna get the better exit here. Can he do it? Brody James seems to be holding it.
Brody's gonna take P4 here. And Quattron's gonna take P5. Wolf, Rambo, a very strong P6, and Among Us the Imposter is gonna be the last of the finishes here today.
P7. That was a surprisingly close finish as the track goes back to soaked. Didn't want to give. Maybe that's why Iron Bob struggled. The weather getting wetter means that the tire wear feels more significant.
Wow, what a finish we have here in Division 2 East. Well, I really thought David got the win there, but somehow Bob he got the better straight line speed, and he got the win by only half a tenth.
Yeah, it was really, really close. What a race. David might have won if he didn't box. In my opinion, he would have won. He's now lost the race by 54,000. So who is your driver of the day, Bocci?
Driver of the day, obviously it goes to, man, I feel bad for Rip David, but you know, Bob has done it. He gets my driver of the day. He has dominated the whole race alongside Rip David. So yeah, what a race what a race.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about my pick. It's very close between the two. Rip David clearly had the better pace. Just misplayed his cards a little bit, and I think for once that wasn't on luck. He actually misplayed the strategy there, so I'm gonna give it to Iron Bob. He didn't have the consistency David did, but he did have the better strategy today, and that's what gave them the win. Congratulations. Also, an honorable mention to Brody James getting P4. Very good result after a long time without big points. And I guess that is it for this weekend. Rounding up Division 2 East, Italy's though, Chris Leonard and Simply Heron. We all want to say goodbye and see you all next week for the final round of Division 1, Division 2 and Division 2. The final round of the season. See you all next time.